Hi there, I'm Andrew, and first I'd like to talk a little bit about the last story we read, Hills Like White Elephants by Ernest Hemingway. The symbolism of the setting in this story really impressed me. By understanding the symbolism of the setting, you can definitely see that the surgery that the couple is talking about is an abortion, even though they never come out and say that exactly. First, the lady says that the hills look like white elephants. A white elephant is something unexpected that you get, and you usually don't want it. Sometimes people have white elephant Christmas parties where you bring a gag gift of something from your own house, and it's something that you really don't want. In the story, the thing that the couple really doesn't want is their unborn baby. Also, the hills give us a hint that they are talking about having a baby because the hills are shaped like a pregnant woman's belly. Another obvious symbol in the setting is the train station. The train station symbolizes the crossroad where the couple is at, physically and in their lives. They are at a crossroads in their lives because they have to make a decision to keep the baby or have an abortion. Even the beaded curtain in the train station symbolizes something. It symbolizes that they have two sides to choose from. These two sides are symbolized by the directions that the two sets of tracks go to. The result of their choice is just as different as where the tracks lead to. One set of tracks leads to a pretty, green area, and the other set of tracks leads to a dry and barren area. The set of tracks that goes to a really beautiful place represents all the beautiful places that they will be able to go to if they go through with abortion. They'll be just traveling and drinking and staying in nice hotels. The other tracks lead into a dull, boring place, which represents what their life will be like in their eyes if they have the baby. They'll be stuck at home and have to settle down and be responsible parents. Boring, right? They have a choice to make, and that choice will either take them down one set of tracks or the other. Some people may not agree with the beautiful side of the surroundings having to do with abortion, but that is how the couple felt. If you didn't have all the symbolism in the setting, the person reading the story may never figure out what the story is all about. I liked reading the story because it was kind of like you were having to solve a mystery to figure out what it was all about. This is completely opposite of the story that we read right before this one. A Goodman is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. In this story, there is no mystery to figure out. There's so much foreshadowing in this story that you pretty much know how it's going to end. At the beginning of the story, you learn that the family is going to take a trip to Florida. Then in the next few sentences, the grandmother says, "Here this fellow calls himself the misfit is loose from the federal pen and headed toward Florida." And you read here what it says he did to these people. So immediately, you think that the family will meet up with this criminal. Then when the family goes to leave on the trip, the grandmother is all dressed up in her best clothes. She says it's just in case of an accident. Anyone seeing her dead on the highway would know at once that she was a lady. So really, it's like she is ready to die. So now you're like, wow, it looks like she's going to die for sure. Later on, while driving, they see 5 or 6 graves. Well, there are 6 of them on the trip. So now it looks like they're all probably going to die. A couple other things that tell you that they will probably all die are that the town that they come up on is called Tombsboro, like a tomb in a cemetery. And then after they wreck, the car that they see coming looks kind of like a black hearse. Both of these things have death written all over them. But really, before you're even halfway through the story, you pretty much know that they are going to meet up with the misfit, and they are all probably going to die. No mystery there, but that's okay, because that's not the purpose of the story. I just found it interesting that we read 2 stories back to back where you know one know the ending really early in one story, and the other one is just a mystery, and people are still discussing it today.